murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
By 20. Kill. Rush in. Check three. Check. Say. Switch.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check. Fresno. Shit. Out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, gone. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Value three. Watch QB drop. Hey, high 7.
Here's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, it's Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Goff. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down, Los Angeles.
Line 20. I got it. Deuce. Hey, check 24. Pick the edge. Go.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things could be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Slam.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Fight, move the team. Rip left.
To throw is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
You better be afraid of me.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be getting tired of seeing 2 for 1. 2 for 1. You got time right there. 6-6. Pull it high. Jim.
To throw is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there. Hey, Delta. 54 is mine. I got you. 54 is mine. 54 is mine. Check. Watch 54. Super. Ready? Hey, alert 3. Orange.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Rams on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Goff. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Back. Check, nickel. Check.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Sponge. No. Wide. Get wide. Check 31.
On first down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
14.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
I'm coming after you.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Pull it together. Switch. Reload.
Draw play. This is Carson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Clear. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Jacob Hollister. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is third and goal.
Joker.
From the gun, it's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 13. Check 52. Begin. Tighten up.
Time to establish the run game here, Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, Charlie. 54. Gotcha.
On second and 15 now. Goff. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught, Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Motion, motion, motion.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Room here to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. The point after is good, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the 29, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Seahawks.
Wilson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Check, 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 check.
25.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot, hot. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They run again with Carson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Play action. It's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Wilson on target there to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hatchet. Under 10, 10. Jack. He's moving, boys, he's moving. 57.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Just like that. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Shot 3.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it with Carson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 11.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on third down, gone. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 78 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing now, Goff. Try to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Rams.
Hut, 180. Value 1. X3. 218. Chop. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Bang, 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 bang.
Out of the gun. Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. There's Goff. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Mike 14. Watch the run.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not